There is nothing more foreseeable as a public health crisis for, again, a world where we're just living on top of each other's in crowded and polluted cities than a pandemic. And yeah, every academic, every researcher who's looked at this knew this was coming. And in fact, even intelligence agencies, I can tell you firsthand because I used to read the reports, had been planning for pandemics. And yet when we needed it, the system has now failed us. And it has failed us comprehensively. And the thing that I find grotesque about this situation is that now the people who are being asked to sacrifice the most are the people who are in the most precarious positions, who have the least to give. But when people start losing their jobs, when rents become difficult to pay because there's no work for any waitress in any restaurant in New York right now, where are our resources? When our hospitals say they need ventilators, where is all this great technology that's being used to surveil everybody, down to the tiniest toenail, when we need it to create things that actually save lives? There are really only two things that we know to be true. One is that no one knows the true number of infected, because we can only, in the absolute best case, know the confirmed cases of people that we've actually tested. Is that instead of policy being guided by science and facts, you begin to see things like information releases becoming political decisions. Now, this is not new. In fact, the Spanish flu around 1918 did not actually originate in Spain. It was actually spreading in World War I through the trenches, where everybody was in terrible conditions. But the militaries of the day had imposed restrictions on what the press could report that could impact the war effort. And so Spain, being a neutral country, was publishing what they were actually seeing in their country. And so we just presumed, because they were the only ones that were telling the truth, that it came from them. Now, we're a little further ahead than that today, but that doesn't erase the fact that people in power who see that there is a political advantage to disguising or concealing or massaging or denying numbers may choose to lie about it. It's happened before, and it's almost certainly happening now. We cooperate. We can start to get this space to think not about addressing the symptom of our overcrowded and unequal world, which is this virus that has spread across borders instantly. When you look at what's happened, when we have this health crisis, and it very quickly morphed into an economic crisis, and then very quickly became a financial crisis, you see all the governments of the world leap into action. And it's interesting that you see the majority of this money go not to the public, not to hospitals, but to businesses, loans, to the groups and corporations that actually created the systemic problems that were exacerbated by this sudden, sharp decline. But we need to remember that this virus will pass, but the decisions that we make today in this atmosphere will last. We will have to live with them. Our children will have to live with them. All of our posterity will. It's not just about America. It's not just about your city. It's about everywhere.